Good morning. My name is Eddie from the Daily Informer, here to give you unbiased news updates on what's happening around the world. Turning now to developments across the globe. First, updates regarding the Strait of Hormuz. Officials from Iran and Oman held a meeting in Muscat to discuss the management of the waterway. This follows an agreement with the United States to end the war. Officials from the United States say shipping can now resume. In a related update, the Union Petroleum Minister of India states that 12 vessels from India passed through the strait without paying tolls. Meanwhile, regarding the conflict in Lebanon, the National News Agency reports that over 40,000 people have returned to the country since the ceasefire took effect. In Sudan, the armed forces announced the recapture of 2 towns in Blue Nile State. Additionally, Allied forces recaptured a town in West Darfur that had been held by a paramilitary group since 2024. In updates regarding the conflict between Pakistan and Afghanistan, the Information Minister of Pakistan states that the military carried out airstrikes in Afghanistan targeting a headquarters in border regions and eastern provinces. Following the strikes, the Foreign Minister of Afghanistan summoned an official from the Pakistani embassy in Kabul. Moving on to international relations, China has placed 20 organizations from Japan on an export blacklist and 20 others on a watch list, citing concerns over military capabilities. In another update, officials from Australia and Vanuatu signed an agreement. The pact expands economic support from Australia and prohibits foreign military bases on the infrastructure of Vanuatu. Next, let us look at updates regarding politics and elections. In South Korea, burial ceremonies took place in Seoul and Daejeon for the remains of 7 soldiers from the Korean War after identification through DNA testing. In Peru, the electoral office confirmed the victory of the presidential candidate, who becomes the first female elected to the office. Next, let us look at events in arts and culture. The Michael Jackson film, simply titled Michael, has reached $977 million in box office sales worldwide, making it the highest-grossing film in its genre. Turning now to science and technology. Paleontologists have identified a fossil vertebra collected on James Ross Island in 1985 as a titanosaur tailbone. It is the earliest known dinosaur bone ever found in Antarctica. Finally, in sports news, the International Federation for Weightlifting announced that weightlifters from Russia and Belarus can return to competition using national symbols. Thanks for joining us today. Remember, stay informed, but don't let fear do your thinking for you.